Okay, today we are playing a game on Hollywood. The average SR of this game is 1,519, and we will be playing Roadhog the entire way through. And our current team composition is Reinhardt, Roadhog, Reaper, Pharah, Zenyatta, and Mercy. So it's pretty average, and there's not much to say about it. I'm not a massive fan of Reaper for the first and second checkpoint of Hollywood, just because there's a lot of verticality to this map, which Reaper isn't very good at dealing with. I suppose he can, like, flank on the second checkpoint, but, like, getting control of the rooftops is really important, and Reaper isn't very good at that. And even the first checkpoint, you know, I guess you can teleport into the alleyway, but then, like, you come around the backside, and then the soldier who is just sat in the balcony over the cafe just kind of shoots you to death, you know? It's not the best. I'm not a huge fan of it, but anyway, let's start the game. So we are attacking first. We're coming out one of the side doors on Hollywood. You know, the doorways that have been forgotten in the annals of history. We did avoid getting made purple as a result of it, though. Now we're coming all the way around. No, we're actually going to go up the street anyway. So I'm sort of left wondering questioning what the point of going out the side door was. And then we start going up through the side path, and then we just say, fuck it, and go up the street anyway. We just end up wasting, like, a lot of time by doing that. Which is less than ideal. You know, you don't really want to be wasting any time. We only got 4 minutes over here. Which seems like a long time, but then occasionally, then you just, like, look up at the timer halfway through the game, and you're like, wow, it's almost over. How about that? So, we actually saw that they don't have a Mercy, because we saw their Ana get killed in the kill feed, and now we can see Moira. So, we know that they don't actually have a Mercy, which is fantastic news for us. We did almost get killed right there, which is less than ideal. Checking for something, okay. Shoot, this just a general thing with Roadhog. Try and shoot before you hook the person as well, because you want to go like shoot, hook, because you can shoot, and then like the frame after you can hook, and then shoot them again, and it's just easier to kill the person. There's a really big one later involving Reaper, but oh, I was really upset about that one. Speaking of Reaper and being upset, oh no. Anyway, so our Mercy's dead right now, and our Reaper is also dead. It looks like our Mercy went in with Reaper, but no, she went in with Reinhardt. I see what happened. So, we now decide that we're going to try some flanking. No, we did do it here. Roadhog's not very good at this, right? Like, you're better off just being with your team. He used to be better at it when he did, like, a fucking lot more damage than he now does, but this is not what Roadhog is good at doing. You're better off just being, like, we've got a Reinhardt. We're better off just walking in. The Reinhardt's in silver. Actually, the Reinhardt, I think, is in bronze, but, like, so, you know, but ideally we would walk in with our Reinhardt and then just, like, try and hook people from behind his shield, because they don't have a Reinhardt, correct? Their team comp's really weird. They don't have a shield, I'm pretty sure. We could just walk in with our Reinhardt, and it would be really easy to just hook people and kill them. Because there wouldn't be very much they can do about it. Again, try and shoot before you hook the person, because then that Ana, like, dies 100%. Because, you know, you get the shot in, hook, shoot her again, over. We now have Sombra. I suspect, seeing as Junkrat just changed to Diva, I suspect Sombra was actually our Reinhardt. It's very low silver, okay? Like, you know how it is. But we have just wasted, like, a massive amount of time behind there, not really accomplishing anything, because Roadhog's not very good at flanking. Like, ideally you just walk in with the other tank, because Roadhog's not a main tank. Ideally you walk in with your main tank, and then just pressure people as you're coming through, and break the other tank's barrier, that kind of stuff. Not very good at flanking. Very hard to actually kill people. Especially if they're actually, like, paying attention. And if you're out of position as Roadhog, you're really fucked, right? Like, you've got more leeway because you can walk away while taking a breather, which is, like, gives you a lot of padding. You can get away with standing in some pretty ridiculous places, but if you get caught out of position, you're dead as Roadhog. Like, you're a big boy with no mobility, you die, so it's another reason he's not very good at flanking. It's not very good. So, a lot of our team are dead right now. We should just be going with wherever the main force of our team are going. Our team are fighting behind us in the alleyway right now as well. A lot of them are dead already, but there was a fight happening in the alleyway that we just sort of didn't take part in. And now we're getting into a scuffle with Roadhog, with Junkrat. Should be called Roadhog, right? He's got a tire on his back. You know, what does Roadhog do? It's like, I remember seeing this thing, like, not long after the game, like, Roadhog and Junkrat should have their names switched, because Roadhog has the scrap gun, so, you know, Junkrat, and then Junkrat has the tire for his ultimate, so he should be Roadhog, but, Roadhog's actually a big boy, and that's why he's Roadhog. Anyway, I'm also really upset that Take a Breather is still called Take a Breather, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. This is the hill I'll die on. It doesn't make any sense that Take a Breather is still called Take a Breather, because you can move while you're doing it now. You're not taking a breather. It should be called One for the Road. But no, it's still Take a Breather. I get it, he's huffing his paint, but like, come on. You're not resting in any way. You are usually you're running away whenever you use it. So we're currently flanking again. And this is still not what Roadhog is good at, and Roadhog's ultimate is very bad at flanking as well, because you tend to just sort of push people away from the places that you would be flanking them in. Don't do this in general, but again, if this is what we're gonna do, efficiency, right-click, hook, left-click, alt, fucker in the wall, you know? Or if she uses Fortify, which they usually do, just fuck her, right? Like, she would almost certainly die. Whereas just doing this, we just, like, push her into the hallway. Bare minimum, we should probably kill Orisa out of this, but we shouldn't be doing this, because this is not what Roadhog is good at. It's always very spooky when you see the tire just roll past, isn't it, right? That just doesn't come for you at all. Again, if you're gonna hook somebody, try and shoot them before you hook them. I mean, we missed a few shots, aim better, blah blah blah, but if you're gonna hook somebody, try to shoot them first, because shoot, hook, shoot, melee. You'll kill almost everyone. Whereas just hook, shoot, melee is less consistent. Especially if they have more than 200 hit points, which, you know, Roadhog has an obligation to try and deal with we just sort of, we were really about to just give up on that one, weren't we? We missed the hook and then just immediately look away, like, fuck it, Junkrat's dead to me now. No. We do come back over to him. It was just really decisive turn after missing that hook, like, nope, fuck it. No, we did kill him in the end, though, so, okay. Missed the diva, unfortunate, feels bad, man. That dude's too far away. We're doing tickle damage to this guy. Roadhog is actually really good at breaking barriers, because the right click is really obnoxiously strong, actually, at breaking barriers. Especially when you get used to, like, the range, so you get to pop, like, right in front of the barrier. Like, rather than shooting at that dude, who we're doing, like, tickle damage to, like, we're hitting mostly his turret, which he's just healing, like, it's not worth it, Instead of shooting this dude who's way too far away, just focus on breaking the barrier, because Roadhog is really good at breaking barriers. You don't want, like, the pellet of, like, before it bursts, you don't want the chunk to hit it, because that does, like, counterintuitively, the chunk does way less damage, so, you know, there's, getting used to the range and all that, but rather than shooting the dude that's too far away, just, like, hit the barriers instead. Attempted hero hook, unfortunately missed. Hero hooks are really scary in general, unless you can put it in a pit, because, like, there's a good chance the team is gonna take cover near you, and you'll just hook it in to kill them. That's really unfortunate. She started ulting, so she lost her ultimate right there. Just get in the doorway, body block the Orisa. She didn't get to the point in time. Even if she did, she would have died regardless, so... But we body blocked the Orisa, so she was upset about it, probably, if nothing else. Here's Tracer. Now, they have a Tracer, so we have an obligation as Roadhog to try and deal with Tracer, because we have hard CC. It is worth noting... Here's a thing with Roadhog in general. The threat of the hook can be scarier than the hook, especially when you're trying to deal with a flanker, because it's hard to hit Tracer, right? You can one-shot Tracer if you hook her, and she does have to respect the fact that you can. This lady's in bronze, so she probably won't, but good practices, right? The Tracer is supposed to respect you because she can one-shot you. But she is hard to hook because she's small and very mobile. Unless you're really certain that you're gonna hook the Tracer, you're usually better off not hooking the Tracer, because as soon as she sees you hook and miss, she thinks, okay, he's not scary for the next 8 seconds now. And if she hasn't seen you use your hook, she has to respect the fact you haven't used it yet, and play more cautiously. The same is true of, like, Genji as well, and Reaper. If they see you use your hook, you're suddenly way less scary to them, so they'll just go in. So unless you're really certain that you're gonna hook somebody, you don't want to hook, because then they know, oh, it's down. I don't have to be scared of him anymore. It's just general thing with Roadhog is, people tend to throw it out, like, basically on cooldown, whether or not they think they're actually gonna hit somebody. You want, like, every hook you throw to hit somebody. Obviously not every hook is going to, but you want at least a good chance that it's gonna hit somebody. You don't want to just throw it out for no reason. This is true of all cooldowns, basically. You don't want to use basically any cooldown in the game thinking, oh, I hope this hits. So Reaper is one of those heroes where you've got to, like, you really have to, like, shoot and then hook the dude, and then shoot him again. Because if you don't, just be chill. Like, I don't talk about aim very much, but just, like, be calm. You don't need to, just, like, take an extra half second to line this shot up on this boy, and he's dead. He almost died. Reaper is one that you've got to really, like, shoot, hook, shoot, because he doesn't die from just hook, shoot, melee, ever. And if you don't kill Reaper in one blast, there's a good chance he's gonna kill you instead, because suddenly he's gonna shoot you point blank, heal off of that massively. So unless you get another good shot into him very quickly, he's just gonna start healing off you and he's gonna kill you. Here we've got teammates and he's already half dead, so it doesn't matter. This is a situation where, honestly a situation where I would consider just using our ultimate, because, like, Whole Hog isn't that good, especially on this checkpoint where it's hard to actually push somebody in. We don't have to, because we can kind of just walk in and break the bongo. But I was just, like, looking at this, like, I would probably ult right here just to break this barrier and break the bongo. But then I'm like, alright, they're actually, like, low silver bronze players, so they just have, like, no sense of self-preservation or pressure anyway, so we didn't have to. I would expect more people to put a little bit more interest in fighting over, like, with the bongo, but, no, they did not do that. So here's Anna, very spooky, hiding right behind us. We did have our hook up, right? It came up, right before we got tranked, though, so... I just looked at it and I saw it was off cooldown when we got tranked, and I was like, oh, we could have killed this lady. No. Again, like, just be calm when you're hooking somebody. I'm noticing a lot of the hooks that we miss is just because we kind of, like, throw it out really quickly. Just sort of, like, flick at people and try to hook them. Just, like, take the extra half second to line up the hook on somebody rather than just, like, throwing it out there immediately, you know. You've got time. It's a thick-ass, a thick-ass projectile, and you're a big boy. Oh, God. You're not gonna... You've got time to take the extra half second to line it up. So this is the thing with the Reaper that, like, really upset me. This is the freest money in the entire world, but we hook him first. We don't kill this Reaper. Just shoot it's like the easiest ever. Just, like, squish up against the wall, shoot him, hook, shoot. Like, we basically never shoot, hook, shoot, which you can do. You just shoot, immediately hook, shoot again. And you kill the boy. You kill the boy that you hooked, probably. And then always melee, as well. Even if you don't think you need to melee them, always melee them. It doesn't cost you anything to do, and sometimes you don't think you need the melee, but you do need the melee. Just always do it. Even if you think the blast is gonna kill them, just in case. Because you don't want the boy to live with one hit point and then end up scampering away. So we shouldn't be flanking again, but we are indeed off flanking again. And, you know, again, this Hanzo... He didn't know we were coming. He did notice, like, right towards the end, but, like, you got time. You know, we just immediately whip up and try to hook it. Just, like, take the extra half second to line it up on the Hanzo. He's not gonna kill you in one shot. You got time to line it up. But then we get a blast into him, his knees are ruined, and now he's dead. She's already half health when we hook her in, so that's pretty free as well. So, they're upset about that one. Now, this is exactly what I would have done as well, but unfortunately that self-destruct kills half our team. I would have done the exact same thing, because I'd be like, 2 of them are dead, let's go, I'm gonna kill this Orisa right now. And, you know, again, efficiency, like, try, shoot, hook, shoot, ult the Orisa, and the Orisa will, like, 100% die, rather than just ulting point blank. Because, like, you can cancel, like, all of these animations Roadhog does, like, all of them can be cancelled with his abilities, right? So, shoot, hook, shoot, ult, Orisa's dead. I would have done the exact same thing. It's just very unfortunate that the self-destruct happened and it killed half our team. I would have done the exact same thing, though. So we are, currently purple, and try not to use the take a breather while you're purple, just because, you know, you do want to heal. It lasts forever. Being purple is the worst thing in the world. So Mercy almost died there. Like, she lived with, like, 1 hit point for an incredibly long time, but we sort of just suddenly win the round. Like, it just sort of very suddenly happens out of nowhere. Like, you know, they get out here to touch it a few times, but no, we win the round. This is one of those games where the timeline for the rest of the video probably gives this one away a little bit, because, they need to push it all the way to the end, but there's only 4 minutes left on the video. So, we are now defending as Roadhog. We've got Orisa. This is allegedly the meta, but I still have yet to see very many Roadhog Orisa comps actually work out. Maybe one day. I remember not long after the game came out, something that used to fill me with dread was hearing somebody say, let's do a dive comp. Because for the first, 6 to 9 months of the game's lifespan, nobody actually knew how to play a dive comp correctly, or even how to actually build a dive comp correctly. So it was just one of those things where someone would go, oh, let's do a dive comp, and people didn't know how to do it, so it would just almost always fail immediately. And, Roadhog Orisa is perhaps the same way right now, because, people are telling me it's the absolute best thing, and yeah, it sounds great on paper, but I find that it never actually seems to work out as well as it should work out. Now, I'll now point out that it obviously does work in this game. They have a Sombra and a Doomfist. It's not... They have a Doomfist. I don't think they have a Mercy still, in fact. We've got Orisa over here coming through on the side, and we're just going to come in here and try to bully her. And we have indeed bullied the Orisa. Wasn't as clean as it could have been, but she was, out of position, so it was gonna... Yeah, they don't have a Mercy still, so, Doomfist's over here doing this. He did kill Mercy, so that's sad, obviously, but the enemy team are currently not really doing very much, so it's not a we got Lucio trying to flank us over here. Not really doing a great job. We're now... Sombra's here. Sombra's gone now. We can kill Sombra. Roadhog's really good against Sombra because we have hard crowd control, so... Oh, saw her. A ghost. We bumped into her. Where'd she go? There she is. There was a brief moment we could have tried to shoot her before we actually got hacked, which, would have stopped the hacking. Oh god. Poor Doomfist. It's always very sad as well when you're like, I'm gonna hook this boy. Oh, the boy is dead suddenly. So we're coming over here to try and get rid of the Sombra. we were gonna camp that translocator, but then the rest of their team arrived. We can't do this. There's too many boys over here, and we're not healthy enough. We're half health when we start doing this. If we're I was gonna say even if we were healthier, we might get away with it, but D.Va's in here. D.Va would actually fuck it up if she had enough defense matrix as well. We just shouldn't do this. I know, I would have wanted it as well, but no, we're not allowed to go for that one, because Orisa does a lot of damage. You can't do very much while you're using, Whole Hog, because you're kind of locked into that animation. Roadhog is actually really, when you see Roadhog start using Whole Hog, you're like, oh, thank goodness, he can't use Take a Breather. What a relief. And D.Va was there as well, so she would have been able to eat up some of it as well. We couldn't do that. So Sombra's still over here. A bunch of people are over here, in fact. Lucio's dropping the beat so that, Baby Diva and Sombra can begin their game-winning push. Got booped right as we hooked someone. Feels bad, man. We're now purple. This is the absolute worst thing imaginable. Don't use Take a Breather while you're purple, because we got, like, almost none of the heal off of that one. If you got, like, a really good internal timer, you can use it, like, right as you're running out of being purple, but, like, don't recommend. So we're trying to bully these people around. It's really hard for them to kill us quickly, so we can just kind of walk in and start doing that, because Sombra and Orisa are not gonna murder us that quickly. We can just sort of start pushing in. Unfortunately, missed Baby Diva. Because we know she is just threw her ult out, you can play it more cool when you're trying to get the Baby Diva, because she's going to try and get back in her mech, and then as soon as you see her stand still to use her ult, or to call mech, you can just hook her. We've got Sombra. Sombra got away. Oh, Sombra didn't get away. Oh no, Sombra. Oh no. Oh, let's go back and watch it. Oh, I lived. Fuck. Oh no, I died. Oh dear, that was very sad. So round's almost over. Enemy team are giving us a lot of help. We are currently flanking this Orisa, and she doesn't suspect a thing. She never even found out we were there because someone else killed her. It was didn't even have to worry about it. We shouldn't have done that. There was no reason to try and use Whole Hog right there. Whole Hog is not a very good ultimate. It has a it's very good at what it's designed to do, and what it's designed to do is be like, I don't want to have this team fight. It's fantastic at killing the other team's momentum, because it's just so hard to push into it, right? Diva can try and eat it, but she can't eat all of the Whole Hog anymore after the nerf defense matrix, so it's one of those things where they start trying to come in, and you just tell them, no, you don't actually want to have this, you don't want to have this team fight, and you just start using the Rudy Tooty Whiz Bang Shooty and push them all away, and they're all very upset about it, because there's not much they can do about it unless they stun you. It is also good if you can pin somebody into the corner and fuck them, but that's basically all Whole Hog is really good for. Sometimes you can combo it with Graviton or Nano Boost, but it's mostly a defensive ultimate. I don't want to have this team fight, so I've decided we're not going to have this team fight. So the enemy team, with their all-star lineup of Doomfist, Sombra, Lucio, Anna, have somehow failed to capture this objective. I can't imagine why in the world that would have happened. It just doesn't make any sense at all, does it? We all know that Doomfist is an absolutely incredible hero. I saw a post the other day that was like, you know, one of the general complaining posts that was like, just because I'm picking Doomfist doesn't mean I'm throwing. No, but like, he's a really bad hero. Like, no, you're not actively trying to throw by picking Doomfist, but I would say that you're giving your team an objectively lower chance of winning. Just because he's not very, like, there are things that he's supposed to be good at. Other heroes just do it better than him. And he's just really inconsistent. And if you make the slightest error, you get punished with death. Like, I don't recommend playing, like, yeah, you're not actually actively trying to throw when you pick Doomfist, but you really shouldn't be picking Doomfist still, though. Not to harsh on anyone's mellow if you love Doomfist. I love Doomfist. When Doomfist was coming out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Doomfist main. Then they nerfed his hitbox on the punch, and I was like, wow, he's fucking awful now. Holy shit. He's really bad. So, biggest thing stands out in this game, shoot, then hook, then shoot, then melee. Don't hook and then shoot. You do have to keep track of your ammo, because the nightmare is that you shoot, hook, reload, because you don't want that to happen, but shoot someone before you hook them, then shoot them, then melee them. They almost always die. There are a lot of people who, like, get away, or get really close to getting away, that shouldn't. They should just be dead for them. The Reaper was very upsetting. Oh god, when I first watched it through and I saw the hook at first, I was like, oh no. And also, just, like, play more with your team. Roadhog's not very good at going off and flanking and doing his own thing. He's better with his team, because you can protect your backline. If you hook somebody into your team, they are just infinitely more likely to die, all that. You're just not very good at flanking. So be more with your team, shoot, hook, then shoot. Yeah, just those were the main things that stood out in this game. So, and the ults as well weren't fantastic, but we just talked about that one. So, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful.